Hey folks, welcome to my 2007 Ford Focus. Check out my Dreamcatcher, nice, eh? So pretty much everything works on this car. It's reliable, gets good gas mileage. But there is one thing I really need to fix before it starts to get cold, and that is the heater controls. Now, when I first got the car, only this one worked. This turns on the fan and turns on the fan speed, and luckily this one still works. But these two did not work at all. This one it moves, but it's like weird and janky, and it doesn't do anything. I've never seen these fans actually work. So that needs to be fixed. And I thought, oh great, well, how much is this going to cost me? Like, do I have to take it to a mechanic? Do I have to take apart the whole dash? Well, luckily, I got really lucky on this one. With this generation of Ford Focus, all you got to do is just take off this sort of bezel, this piece of plastic here, and it comes off like effortlessly. I've already taken it off before. It's literally just held in with little plastic clips. You just go boink, 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 and it pops right off. And then there's a unit behind this thing, which is attached to this thing, which is called the diverter control unit. And that is literally just a set of pulleys, cable pulleys, that manipulates another knob that's like deep inside here. And luckily, that's a part that's on Amazon for $35. So I've ordered that part, and I will be replacing it. But there is one thing you have to do in addition to removing the bezel to get into where the diverter and the heater core is, like in the dash. You got to remove the radio, which is not hard. It's pretty easy. It's like one screw here, one screw here, one screw here, one screw here. Slide it out. Disconnect the wiring harness. Disconnect the antenna. Job's good. But I figured since I'm doing all that, why don't I just give the stereo a little upgrade as well? So I ordered a really cool double din 7-inch touchscreen, also off Amazon, and I got the installation kit specific to a 2007 Ford, which gives me like the fitting that goes around here. And so very shortly, once my parts arrive, I will be opening this up, I will be fixing this, and I will be upgrading the radio. So this should make for a pretty exciting video or series of videos. Where I'm not really an automotive guy. I don't really have a lot of experience fixing cars or taking them apart or anything like that, but I do have experience with like PCs and soldering and some wiring stuff. And so I think it's in my wheelhouse. I think I'll be able to do it. Okay, so how easy is it to take off this bezel? Well, I'll show you how easy. Look at this. Okay, we're just gonna massage it off. Okay, there's one side off, and then here we're just gonna do it with one hand. Oh. All right, Bob's your uncle. And then back here, I just gotta disconnect that little lighter, and stay tuned. Okay, so pardon the mess. There's the car radio, fully uninstalled. Next thing I gotta do actually is probably take this panel off so that I can access the thing I need to access, which is in here somewhere. Okay, so quick update. As you can see, I'm currently driving in rush hour traffic. It's fine, it's okay. I don't have a radio right now. And you might be wondering why. Yeah, so last night I got a little bit impatient, and I decided to go ahead and take the panel off and start removing the parts. You see the selector there is also gone. Radio is gone. And great news is, just after fiddling with just taking this thing off, moving it around a bit, the hot and cold selector started working again. So no fix required there. That's pretty good. When I get home, I'm going to be opening up my components, my new radio, my install kit, whatever else I got. I got a little surprise. Looking forward to showing off my surprise at the end of the video. But yeah, catch you when I get home. Okay, so Look familiar? This is the old radio, as you can see. Nice little unit. This is the new radio, and you can see it's quite different in terms of depth. There it is. There's me. Okay. So the question is, how do you get this to fit into the space previously occupied by this? The answer to that, how you accomplish that, is with this install kit. So, see, this is going to be attached around there, and then there's some things for the side, and they do more or less correspond with these kind of posts out here. And once I get it all together, it should be just a drop-in replacement. So the install kit is taking shape. Something I've noticed is it does provide more or less an exact match. Like, as you can see, look at this black thing here with the little tabby tab, and then down here, the black thing with the little tabby tab. These match. And then these are the mounting points where the screws go into the dashboard, and this has those as well right here and here. However, this particular kit has some extra nubbins here, and these will not fit on my Ford Focus, so I'm going to have to take some snips and actually remove these, which isn't too hard to do. I'll get working on that now. Now, when you're snipping, you don't want to do that. You don't want to just start ripping it from the bottom like that, because it might crack, and it might crack in ways you're not prepared for. It might crack here, and that would be terrible. So what you do instead is you take little bites. You just break it off little by little. Like, I'll start here. I'll break these long bits off, and then I will just sort of take little chomps out of it. Little by little, it'll be removed. Watch. See? Chop 1 is done. Now, 3 more to go. Well, well, well. Take a look at that. Now, I didn't screw anything in. Nothing is wired, of course. This is just to make sure that the mounting kit, the install kit, works perfectly. And it does seem to. Looks good, right? Pretty legit, right? Now comes the fun part. This is the wiring harness for the Ford radio. And on this harness, you got everything from left speaker, right speaker, power, accessory power. This is the antenna. And how do I attach those to this? Well, it's with the help of an adapter kit, which I also have. And I will now be... You know what? I'm going to do a project with the original Ford radio. So I'm going to actually remove this entire harness, and I'm going to splice in right here on the wires. And yeah, it's not as nice as using the full adapter kit, because the adapter kit does come with like a harness socket, which you just plug in, and then you can make sort of a non-destructive upgrade. But I'm going to totally make a destructive upgrade, because I mean, this is a 2007 car, and it's probably never going to have another radio. And if I ever scrap the car, I'm probably just going to take the radio out. So yeah, why not? Fuck it. So here's a point of order I just wanted to bring up, because there's a lot of wires here, and you see there is a diagram, color code chart, and the yellow wire goes to constant battery positive, then all the speaker ones. This can easily get dicey. So what I've decided to do is I printed a bunch of little labels. There's 2 of each, and you'll see why in a moment, but I'm going to label each and every one of these wires. Like, check this out. I got this, where is it? Yeah, this is from the stereo. This is how it came, with these very handy, there's the English side, a little handier for me, labels for everything. And so the other side is also going to have equally clear labels, which is wonderful. This is the reason I printed 2 of each. You see, I was able to plug this in and then look at the labels I made here and decode what these wires are there. So again, I am not using this converter. I am removing the OEM wiring socket, and I'm going to be directly splicing in the one for the stereo. This is the one that came with the stereo. So yeah, let's go to town. Et voila. Looks pretty good, right? Now, There are some superfluous wires, like these ones. These ones do not apply to my vehicle. And these ones come from my vehicle, but do not apply to my stereo. So, theoretically, everything's hooked up. Let's see if it works. Moment of truth time, folks. Let's see if it works. It is wired up, hopefully correctly. So, when I go into accessory mode... Ooh. Turn it on. Yeah. All right, here we are back again in rush hour. I am again on my way home. It is Thursday, and instead of a hole in my dashboard, I got this. And you can hear in the background the radio's on. And yeah, it's working fantastic. It's not fully installed yet. There's a microphone that needs to be installed. I'm going to put it on the dash somewhere for the hands-free calling, which you can do with this head unit. And you'll also notice there's still a climate control missing. That's because the part's only coming in on Friday. So I'm going to finish up this project on the weekend. Here, check this out. This guy's license plate says Tetris. Cool, eh? So this is what I used to use in order to play Bluetooth on my old radio. This is an FM transmitter. Plugs into the car lighter like so. And it will... Yeah, thanks. It will broadcast on a certain frequency. In this case, it's 107.7. But you can change it, right? And then if you tune in your radio to that same FM station, it will play through your music. It'll let you do hands-free Bluetooth calling. You can control your music like this. It really wasn't bad, but it also wasn't good either, because it limited you to like FM quality sound, and sometimes it would be a little weird if like you were driving along and some other station came up like on or near that same frequency. They would then fight with each other. So not a perfect solution, but guess what? Don't need it anymore. And then this is my cell phone holder, and I don't need that anymore. It works. It's working. My fans are working. Everything's working. Look, here's the proof. All right. Do you want to see how I pulled this off? I'm going to show you now. It's all here and here. Now, I can't really take this thing off with one hand, but I can try. Ta-da! This is the control switch for like the foot vent, the dash vent, the defrost, and so on. And it is just attached. It's attached to that thing with this pulley. This is literally just a pulley. Okay? Watch. I'll reattach it. Watch what happens when I turn this thing. See? So, this big black thing was stuck. I just had to pry it off and wiggle it and jiggle it a bit. But yeah, baby, we are in business. Isn't that great? Okay, guys. I am willing to say now that this project is officially done. I've got the microphone very nicely and neatly installed. Right there. All the wires are hidden underneath this thing. The panels are all put back. This thing works amazingly. Now, I said I had a surprise for you guys. And here it is. I'll show it to you. So one of the features that this radio has is it has audio video in. So you can actually connect like a DVD player to it or something like that. But what I did is I connected a little video game emulator to it. So I can, for example, or say my passenger can, for example, play a little Sonic. And if I pull over, I can play 2 players. Check it out. But that's it for this video, and that's it for this episode of fixing and upgrading the Focus. I think it's great. I love having my fans. This is going to rock. I'm going to really enjoy driving along in this car now. Okay, so stay tuned in case anything else breaks on this car and I have to fix it, or I decide to upgrade it somehow. See you guys later.